Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pyro back for our Minecraft WiiU adventure. I somehow destroyed my base there. I don't know why I did that for. I just went through a bit of a tantrum. Nah, I accidentally freaking put my hand on the A button. Hope you guys are doing well, though. I am doing fine. Not really too bad. Just getting prepared for Christmas, as you do. What the hell? I'm pretty sure at the end of last episode, I did this place up, and I went and collected a lot of wood. So why didn't it save? Have I really been an idiot this entire time and not saved? I mean, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb, am I? Maybe I am. Who knows? Anyway, today I want to... Oops. Stop throwing the freaking bed. Did I not put that down? I don't think I did. Okay, I'm just going to get more wood. And I want to, I guess, build like a little balcony there today. So I want to create one there, and then like a big one there, and then the Christmas tree's gonna be on that one. So again, we do need more wood, and again, sadly, Pyro forgot to save. I thought it auto saved, the PC version auto saved. So why didn't this one? I don't know. Let's just get one or two. I'm not gonna bore you guys again, but I woke up pretty early today, got my stuff done. I've actually started exercising as soon as I wake up now, and it's made such a huge difference to my day in terms of energy. Like, I don't feel like, I don't know. I thought like exercising in the morning would take away energy from me, and it's not like that at all. I feel so energetic. I mean, I don't really do that much exercise. I go through these intense periods where I, go to the gym for like several hours, and then I just get burnt out. So I decided my goal was to do one push-up a day, one pull-up a day, and 1 minute of running a day, and that sounds pretty funny, right? But I found that when I set my goals so low, there's no way I'm not gonna meet them, And I'd rather be extremely consistent in the long term than in the short term. So going to the gym for a month, intense, but I'd rather do one push-up at home for a year. If that makes sense. And I don't just do one push-up. Let's be honest. Or one pull-up. When I get down on the ground, I just, do one, and I'm like, wait, that wasn't so hard, let's do two. And that just gives me accountable, to myself to do things consistently, because a habit is formed through consistency. So the next time you're trying to do something in your life consistently, say a really stupid version of it, for example, flossing, I said to myself, I'd floss one tooth a day. But most days I go in and I floss all of my teeth. I honestly never really grew up with proper dental hygiene. My parents never really exercised the importance of, obviously I brushed my teeth, but it was, I had a lot of candy. And when I was like 16 or 17, I had to go to the dentist, and I got a lot of cavities, and I had to get a lot of fillings. So I was kind of like, okay, I better start brushing my teeth. And I did. I've been brushing my teeth a lot. And then, last year I had to go to the dentist because I had an abscessed tooth, and I was like, why? How did this happen? I brushed my teeth, like the dentist told me. It's not as if I'm sort of getting the rules and taking away from them here. But it turns out that the dentist was like, oh, that was probably caused by not flossing. So I kind of, I decided better get my big boy pants on and start flossing. So, here I am trying to floss every day. And why not start now? I figure everybody's going to have their New Year's resolutions. I know. If you guys are committing to a New Year's resolution, let me know in the comments. But for me, I'm sort of just, taking it as it comes. I have these small goals I set for myself every day: exercising, meditation, coding, getting all my videos done. And, I always get caught up in, getting these big things done and these big steps. I want to go to the gym, and I want to do 3 hours of workout. And I just get burnt out because you're not the you that you think you are, if that makes sense. Like, the you listening to me now is different than the you who wakes up in the morning when the alarm goes off. Like, it's just different states of mind, and you can't always rely on your highest state of mind, which you're usually in. Like this, the state of mind that wants, to be productive, the state of mind that wants to get goals done, the state of mind that wants not to procrastinate. That's all really, like, on a higher plane than the lazy one that wakes up in the morning. You are the same person, but there's a really good book that I was reading called, what was it? It's called is it The Power of Habit No, it's The Willpower Instinct by Kelly McGonigal, Kelly McGonigal. And it talks about how it gives the analogy of, your willpower being like a horse. Hey, a horse, and you are the rider on the horse. And basically, there's three parts of your brain. There's the reptilian brain, which is the little stem at the back. And you've got their main brain, which is the neocortex, which is like the animal brain. And then you've got this big meaty part in the front of your head called the prefrontal cortex, which is the human brain, which allows us to rationalize and consciously analyze things, like the fact that we have feelings and thoughts, and we can actually look at things, and that allows us to influence behavior. So, we have this prefrontal cortex that allows us to influence the behavior of our activities. Now, things like habits and general routines that we do are stored in the neocortex, which is the animal brain. That's why it's so easy, because the neocortex makes up the majority of our brain, and it has more room for storage, let's just say. So once you habituate things, they go back there, and you don't really need to use your prefrontal cortex to influence them, because they've already been habituated and they've sunk into that part. So pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. But I need some pork chops. Let's get up there today and build that. I warned you guys, I'm not that good of a builder. Can I get some fences on the go? But the thing about your prefrontal cortex is it's actually quite small, and everyone will have heard the saying, like, willpower is like a muscle, you need to exercise it, and that's definitely true. It is like a muscle, and you do need to exercise it. It's a very small muscle at first, and a lot of people like to big themselves up. I know I do, like, oh, I have amazing willpower, I can resist so many things. When the reality is, unless you constantly do things like meditation or push yourself into unfavorable situations, you're kind of exercising your willpower, and that's the mistake that I fell into. I thought I was like this Superman, I thought I could do so much, so I was like, oh, I'll do coding for like 5 hours a day, and then I'll make my videos, and then I'll go and exercise for 2 hours, and then what else will I do? Oops, give me that. I'll go and eat healthy meals, no junk food, no energy drinks. I'll go to bed early and stuff, and this works for a day or two, maybe 3 or 4 days, maybe even a week if I'm lucky sometimes. But ultimately, I find I will eventually fail, mostly due down to the fact that how do I shift click? Mostly due to the fact that I am exercising my willpower, but I'm exercising it too much. It's like going to the gym. How do I shift? I'm not even sure. Oh, there. Okay. That makes sense. So, it's the equivalent of going to the gym and picking up like a big, 50 kilogram dumbbell. If you've never been to the gym before, you're probably going to break your arm in half trying to pick up that dumbbell, and that's what you do every time you're trying to set these big, monumental tasks. And that's why a lot of people's New Year's resolutions fail every year, because they're like, I want to lose, 10 pounds a week. When in reality, losing 10 pounds a week is not only insanely unhealthy for you, but it requires so much willpower and so much, and that's why people don't find making changes enjoyable in their life. So there's a lot of books you can read on, that, like, as I said, The Willpower Instinct, Kelly McGonigal. There's also another book I've mentioned recently called Mini Habits, which, talks about these small behavioral changes you can make in your life to influence things, and it's really just about that. So that's what I've been doing lately. I've been trying to, tweak small behaviors in my life, like 1 push-up, 1 pull-up, 5 minutes of coding, 5 minutes of meditation, getting up and going through like a morning routine every day. I'll get up, take all my supplements, I take fish oil, I try and get a healthy breakfast in. I'm loving omelets recently. I never used to like omelets. I actually hated eggs. I just hated the taste of eggs for so long in my life. And I've started to make like omelets with like bacon or ham and peppers and spinach. And the me of like a couple of years ago would vomit at the thought of eating that. But it's, I don't know, I've just slowly tried to introduce vegetables into my diet, not all at once. At first I started putting peppers in like chicken wraps I was making. And honestly, I hated them at first, to be honest. To be sure. So, So any of you planning a New Year's resolution, start small and then build it up. So if you want to exercise more, say to yourself, I'm going to go out and I'm going to walk for 5 minutes every morning that I wake up. And then the next morning you get up and you do that for 30 days. They say 30 days to make a habit. 21 days is actually the myth, isn't it? But it's more like 18 to like a couple hundred, you know. Some habits do take a couple hundred days to form. I know for me, some habits that I've been doing every day has been running every day. I have like a 28 streak right now. And I'm trying to keep the streak because I've been doing it for so long, you know. But look at that sun going down. Every time I look for you, the sun goes down. To Blink 182 there. Do you want to clear this out? I think I do. But running everyday meditation is big for me. I just find myself less reactive to things if I meditate, if that makes sense. Like, I think a lot of people are very reactive towards events in their life, like people who get caught off in traffic. Or, you know, if someone says something to them, people automatically get really upset, or their mood will be influenced big time by it. And I know I still, to this day, get like that. Like, if I read a really bad comment, or if someone, I feel like someone's attacking me in the comments, I get really annoyed. But for me, like, doing stuff like meditation allows me to see, oh, this is just a comment. It's probably a guy who has way too much free time on his hands. And that's the end of that. Man, this is, well, I got a bed on me. No, my bed is, right, I won't die. I'm pretty sure I won't die. Yeah, I got that one right. Go Pyro. It's not your birthday. We're not going to party because I'm not a big partier. Man, it sounds like someone's breaking into my house. I hope nobody's breaking into my house, guys. I really do hope nobody is breaking into my house. I'm so less efficient on the console version. I'm hitting the wrong keys, the wrong buttons. So, I really like reading books on that and how to get my brain on my own side, you know? Although some days I will actually only do one push-up or one pull-up, you know? And it's important to realize that, you know, you heard the saying, you have your good days and you have your bad days, and that is true. You do have your good days and your bad days. Like, even the most disciplined man in the world will have their good days, even One Punch Man. So, I think it's really important to realize that not every day is going to be, what do they say, the enemy of the great is the good, right? As long as you get something done, it's okay. Like this, you know, I'm not the best builder in the world. It's probably going to take me a while to build this, but I'm committing myself to making small changes every day. So let's get back to it. I see a lot of people are talking about Star Wars. Lately, I went and seen it at midnight release, as you guys know. Glad to see a lot of people are enjoying the film. Definitely one of the best films this year. And it's slowly, you know, dragging in the year, isn't it? 2016 is almost here, and I don't think I've ever been excited for a year before. You know, I don't think I have much to show for this year, but I feel like I've learned a lot, you know, and do you know what I like more than physical things to show for what you've done in the year? Knowledge. I feel like I've employed a lot of strategies this year, and only towards the end of the year, you know, by taking things slow and steady, like the tortoise, I've learned how to influence small things in my life. You know, this year was a lot of, I look at, the best way for me to track how, like, on point I am with my life is my running app, you know, and if I look at my running app and it says, you know, I've ran 7 days this week, that's awesome, I'm on point, I'm doing my things. So it's funny looking at it this year because in April I had this big streak, about 20 days, and then it went away for like 2 months, and then it came back in August for like a month, and then it came back in November a little bit, or it came back in October a little bit, and then, you know, ever since mid-November it's been going strong. And I've seen all the times this year that I've decided to take up fitness and then dropped it several weeks later, only because it wasn't sustainable in the long run. And I've learned that, you know, big changes like that are not sustainable. So what your boy Lao Tzu founder of Taoism. He probably never even said that quote actually, but the quote is like a journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with a single step. So there you go. You take the small steps and they add up. Like, think about it this way. I'm trying to put this like a weight loss perspective, because the compounds really do add up. I'm thinking like, if you lose half a pound a week for the rest of the, next year, that's like 25, 30 pounds you'll lose very slowly as well, And I'm thinking like, it's gonna be a lot more sustainable in the long term. A mushroom! Dude! Where did you spawn? Oh yeah, free food. So my little hamsters, I got 2 Russian dwarf hamsters. If you guys don't know. And they're both girls, they're both sisters. And man, are they they're so aggressive towards me. And I don't know why. Like, I don't mean aggressive. I know they're hamsters. I know they have a small brain, and I know like their brain functions are essentially like eat, sleep. That's it. But I'm trying to take them out, and they're sitting nibbling and biting at my hand. Is that normal hamster behavior? I assume it is though, because they're curious of what's happening and what have you not. So, hello mushroom. Oops. You can chill there. Just making sure you don't go anywhere, brother. Alright, let's get this platform done today. I need to get some more, any more? No more wood. And the closest trees are over there. I should probably build a boat, but I have no wood. Damn it. Yeah, let's feast. Let's feast upon the steak. Delicious steak. Delicious steak. Donkey over there. I guess though, if I did say one thing that I wanted to maintain, and I know long-term viewers are going to take the piss out of me for saying this, but I would like to maintain a consistent sleeping schedule for like 3 months, because I get into a good sleeping schedule for a month, and then the next month I stay up for recordings, or I'm traveling to a convention, I come back and it's just messed up. So it would be nice to wake up at like 8 a.m. every day and actually not feel tired because I went to bed at like 2 a.m. I'd like to go to bed at midnight every day, wake up, begin my day then. But the chances of that happening, well, there's a good chance of that happening. Hello, horse. I just need to apply myself. Do I have a bone? I don't have a bone. We'll exhaust this pickaxe, or this axe, and then we'll go then. Exhaust the axe. So there was a really cool article I saw yesterday about a guy who's making his own self-driving car in his garage. It's a guy under the name of George Hotz, GeoHotz. He used to actually create a bunch of jailbreaking software for the original iPhone. He was one of the first to crack the iPhone, and he also he also jailbroke the PS3. I think he worked for like Google and Microsoft and stuff, but he decided just to go by himself. And there was a really good article on Bloomberg that showed him. He's coded this self-driving car with a bunch of cameras in it. He wrote his own software for it, his own motion sense and stuff. I'm sure he's used libraries and stuff like that, but he did it pretty much all himself. It's so cool. The guy's 26 years old and he's like a super genius. And I think he was offered a job by Tesla, the people who make the electric cars, and he turned it down. So they, obviously he sees something in his vision here. He says that the software will, he predicts that users will be able to install their own self-driving kit in their cars for like $1,000, is it? Or something like that, it said in the video, but definitely very cool. Go and search Bloomberg self-driving car iPhone hacker, and that should come up. I think that's what it's titled. But definitely very cool. And it always got me wondering, man, like what's people like that, like what creates a person like that? Like you have your Bill Gates and your Steve Jobs and stuff, but even there's a lot more extremely technically savvy people out there, like a lot of, there's a lot of developers out there. There's a lot of people who are just genius, I should say, in what they do. You know, they're able to execute so much. They're able to do so much without, you know, any sort of, without batting an eyelid. You know, this guy has been working for 2 years and he's come up with a self-driving car by himself. Obviously, it's not like it works. You know, he actually shows it in the video, but obviously it's not fully complete yet. There's a lot of work to do, and it only works on certain like roads right now. But still, man, like, what separates that? Is it upbringing? Is it just genetics? Is it someone's own personal will to explore? I mean, I know when Elon Musk was younger, he used to read basically everything he could get his hands on. And then he said that he had the desire to pretty much sleep in his office, go to the local like community center or YMCA or whatever to shower because they hadn't got a shower in their office, and that's where they stayed. How do you get that level of dedication or faith in yourself? You know, I want it, man. I want it all. Definitely do. That's why I love reading about people like that. Like, even Tesla himself. I know the internet has a bit of a circle jerk around Nikola Tesla, but you read up in some of his diary logs. Yeah, the dude was working for like 24 hours straight. Like, for me to work for like 8 hours is a challenge, you know? And even then, the average person who works an 8-hour day actually only works for about 2-3 hours of that day. When they're not working, they're probably at the coffee machine reading papers on Facebook or emails, you know? So, all things about human efficiency kind of interest me. You know, there's these people who are able to put in so much work. I guess it's about buying into your own belief and cause, isn't it? I don't know. We'll go there. I haven't really done much this episode, but I hope you guys understand. The series was always going to be like this, you know, always going to be me talking a big load of waffle. Frick, I'll just punch it. Okay, there we go. I got a few more blocks left. Only a few more days to Christmas as well, guys. Hope your Christmas period is going well. It's hard for me to believe it's coming up soon because I really don't feel like it really Christmassy, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. So I'm gonna just quickly light this place up, and I think that's going to be the end of this episode. Let me know your thought on the topics discussed. Anything you would like me to discuss in the next episode. I'm gonna probably extend this on a couple more episodes, you know, to build small things. But on that note, guys, it's Pyro signing out. Bye bye.